6:40 on the East Coast tonight, 12:40 in the morning as we take a live look in Tel Aviv as Israel continues its strikes against Iran. And just hours ago, Israel confirmed that it has eliminated Iran's intelligence minister. It's the latest high-profile strike of senior regime leaders. Back here in the U.S., the director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, sharing her assessment of the situation during a congressional hearing today.
The regime in Iran appears to be intact but largely degraded due to attacks on its leadership and military capabilities.
Earlier today, I spoke with Gilad Erdan. He is the former Israeli ambassador to the UN about Israel's plans going forward. Ambassador, thanks for being with us tonight. I know it's late where you are. Appreciate the time and for you staying up with us. I want to start with what Tulsi Gabbard said here stateside.
Well, as she said, appears to be intact, but they are not. I mean, as she said, they were largely degraded, their capabilities. We are degrading them more and more every day. Their launchers, their ballistic missiles production, their nuclear facilities, and of course, their leadership. We continue to eliminate their leadership. I don't think it's a job that everyone wants to get now, being an Iranian leader, because everyone understands that they're not going to stay for a long time, and even the leader that they have chosen, we still haven't seen him up until now, the son of Khamenei. So I think we are sending a clear message of deterrence. We are disrupting their decision-making, and I think we are progressing towards achieving the goals of this war.
Yeah, we also heard from the CIA Director John Radcliffe in that very same hearing. Here he was about the potential timeline of this war.
This isn't over in a matter of hours. This is a 4 to 6 week campaign, and that it would come at some cost. Because the goal of the president and the administration is to address a 47-year problem, the most destabilizing force in the Middle East for the last 47 years.
A lot of discussion on how much longer this war potentially could last. When he says they're 4 to 6 weeks, that basically puts you in the 30 to 40-day time range, call it. It's now day 18 of Operation Epic Fury. From Israel's point of view, is the view that it's just about halfway through?
From our point of view, removing a threat to global security and definitely to Israel, because for Israel, Iran poses an existential threat, it's worth even another 6 months. I don't know.
Do you think it goes that long? I mean,
no,
in America?
No,
okay.
not at all. But I don't like the fact that the Western world, the free world, keeps asking itself how long it's going to take. That is exactly what the radical Muslims and the terrorists, they want us to do, because they want to extend the war, to lengthen the time of the war, and they hope that within democratic countries, the political pressure would increase more and more, and that's their hope, how to survive the war and continue with threatening us.
When do you think the Strait of Hormuz starts to open up to traffic?
Well, we have to remember that Iran have been trying to blackmail the world through, its oil for many years. Again, we have been waiting for a president that will not kick the can down the road to his successor. And finally, President Trump, and I salute him for his courage and clarity, is willing to take this political risk. So today, Israel attacked one of the largest gas fields of Iran, because we want to send them a clear message of resolve. And they should understand that once they will continue to threaten and block the Strait of Hormuz, so they might find themselves without any oil. So this is not something new, this threat, and it needs to be removed, whether it will happen a few days from now or 2 weeks from now.
We'll leave it there. Ambassador Erdan, thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Blake.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.